folks. Back down here, Blue Springs. We'll try to get out here and find a few of these crappie. Hope to come back tomorrow. Don't do no good today. Try them again. See if we can't get something put on the table there. Bear with us. We'll check it out and see what we can find. Remember the sponsors, and let's go fishing. Okay, folks. I found the first one here. He's about 25, 27 foot. He's a small one, but at least it's getting us started here. We'll measure him, make sure he'll make it. Get back at you. Alright. There's another good crappie. Yeah. That's what we're looking for right there. Like that, we'll have one heck of a mess. Get back at them, they run around 29, 30 feet right there. A little bit of brush. Get back after them. Alright. Now we're starting to get in on them a little bit. Get a few more before the day's over with. At least we hope so. Well, he drifted back off that spot a little bit. Get back up on it. got my minnow. You got my minnow. That little stripe this time. Another little stripe. It's just a matter of getting on the right spot. Got an old big yellowtail this time. Weed through them, I guess. See what we got this time. Another little stripe. That place is infested with them. We're going to have to move. Now we get there. Found another little. Good little brush pile there. About 30, 31 foot. Eat that minnow root. You beat that. Look good in the frying pan. Another one out there. Another good little crappie. Oh, we might get a mess full of dark. All right, folks. Got another pretty good one here. See what it is. Yeah, another big crappie. time catching one more, maybe. I don't know what it's showing, but that there's what we're catching, folks. Nice crappie, nice crappie. Matter of fact, I got Rick Whitson with me today, and we've been catching a few. Got a few in the live well there. Too bad Steve ain't down here. He might catch one or two himself, you know. Sometimes he snake bit, but anyway, we're catching them out here about 40 foot deep, so get out here and get on them. We're going to get back at it. All right, Rick, there's another one. Come out of here.
That's good, and it looks like. Yep.
That's either. All right. I don't know. What Steve would think about that? Would we ought to invite him in on the fish fry or not?
Yeah, I might not be able to.
Anyway, they seem like they're suspended up a little bit off that stuff, so we'll keep beating after them here and see what we can do. Spit up.
Yeah, Mike's caught a big, nice one here. Beautiful crappie.
Yeah.
Man.
Spit up a shed that big right there, and then bite a little old bitty minnow.
Yeah, buddy. How about that?
That's amazing, ain't it?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get. All right, looks like Rick got him one now. Yeah, there's another nice crappie. Can't beat that.
Buddy, I like it.
Yeah.
Good meat in the freezer.
Good meat in the freezer, too.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, folks, we're going to get back at it here.
Got such a circle in that hook, it don't work.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's another big crappie, Mike.
About time to hit the road and go to the house. I think we got a lemon.
Yeah, that's a pretty one. Pretty fish.
All right.
A whole bunch of them just like that.
Yeah.
Nice.
We have good eating anyway.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, folks. Hello, good folks. Welcome to the Let's Go Fishing Show. And as you can see, I've got my best buddy here, Bill.
Hey, buddy.
Glad to have you tonight.
Always good to be here with you, buddy.
Yes, sir, buddy. It's good to have you with me, Bill. It really is. As you all saw the film there, Mike was fishing Saturday a week ago by himself, and then Sunday he got hooked up with Rick Whitson there in the back of the boat, and they went back down Sunday, and I think he had 19 big crappie, Bill.
And big ones, too.
Yes, sir. And,
I know about them big
big
ones.
Well, last Sunday, Bill and myself and Mike got together, and Bill, his daughter Gay, was in. And by the way, Polly, hello to you, and Dad, hello to you. So I just about to forget that, Bill.
Oh, hey, so that's the worst thing we could do.
You ain't kidding. Yeah, got to say hello to them too for sure. But last Sunday, Bill and I and Mike got hooked up, and Gay was in, Bill's daughter, and Bill wanted to mess the crappie, and we went down there and got them some, didn't
Buddy,
we?
we sure did, and I had them put on ice, and I got out there Monday about noon. I cleaned them things, got everything ready, son, and we had a terrible fish fry there Monday afternoon.
Boy, I tell you what, there's nothing like it, folks. So, I'm glad that we got that mess of crappie for Bill and Polly and Gay. That was good, and I'm glad Rick Whitson got him a mess, and old Mike, he's on them crappie down there.
He
Bill.
really is. He sure is, old buddy.
He's been on them by the last 3 or 4 months. He started back in November, and he's not let up on them much since. So I'm glad for that. Another person I want to say hello to tonight is Paul Goddard. Paul, I got Eli's email, and if you would call in over here after a while and chat with us for a minute, because I'm going to mention the crappie tournament, and I've got pictures of Eli's 2 big crappie, and I think you all had 13 that day, nice ones. So, and you know the crappie tournament's coming up here on the 11th, which is Saturday week. So you'll be ready for that. So if you get a chance, call in over here. It's good to hear from Eli and good to hear from you, for sure. Bill, let's talk a little bit about that crappie fishing. I've heard all week these guys catching them crappie in 3 foot of water.
Hey, they might be catching them. I'm not saying they're not catching them, but we catch our crappie anywhere from 30 to 35 feet, maybe some of them a little deeper than that.
I agree.
And I tell you what, I cleaned them, and we had an awful good mess. I cleaned them, and they're full of eggs. They're full of eggs. And the crappie we've catching, they haven't moved in yet. Now, I'm not saying that a lot of people not catching them 3 or 4 feet deep either. But now the big crappie like we had there, son, is still out there pretty deep.
Yeah.
The water temperature when we was down there was, I think it was just above 50 a little bit.
I think you're right, 51, 52 degrees.
That's right. And they just hadn't moved in to the bank yet, to that shallow water. And when they get in there, I love to catch them shallow too.
Oh, I do too.
We had a good time out there in that deep water.
What we did. Shoot, I love to take a floater and about 3 foot of line and a grub, throw that thing out there and just kind of bob it along and just, and then you got one. That's when they're in there getting off the nest or getting ready to go on the nest. But I'm like you, them crappie that's out there deep are nowhere near.
I always looked at it like this right here. Dogwoods is always, you can say, when the dogwoods is blooming, the crappie's in full swing. Well, the dogwoods is not blooming yet. I know that for the fact. Mm-hmm. They've still got little buds on them yet, but they ain't blooming yet. And when them dogwood starts blooming, you can say them crappies are moving in there to spawn.
Yeah, I agree, Bill. They, you can't fool Mother Nature.
No,
it's all about that water temperature.
Yes,
and the
right.
water and the air temperature has effect on the tree budding and all that kind of stuff. So it all plays hand in hand.
That's exactly right.
And the old master's got a plan. That's just the way all I can say about it. It all works out. But anyway, it's all temperature related, and them crappie, like I said, they're not all going to spawn at the same time, because if they're out there in that 35 foot of water, I don't know how cold that water is down there 35 feet.
I don't either.
But I have no idea. But I know when you get your sinker up or whatever, it's cold.
Like an icicle.
Like an icicle, exactly right. So, it's going to take a while for them fish to move up. And but the ones that's in there shallow, and these boys been catching them fish there in Little Emery 3 or 4 weeks ago. They was trolling plugs in the creek channel there, and I heard them say that they'd caught, there's 4 of them in the boat, and caught all 4 of them had their limit.
Yeah.
And
right. And that plug that they trolling, hey, 10 foot, they beat it. That 10 foot is about as deep as you can get it, and then they were catching them, so that means that they was up there shallow there, but ours weren't.
I agree. No doubt about it. So I was at Edgemore Tackle today, and Jim's got a little old thing over there. It's a trailer for a jig or a tube bait or whatever, and it's a real bright color. And if I was casting flies, tubes, and grubs, I definitely have me some of those things.
Yes, sir. I need to make a trip over there.
Need to ask him about that little old crappie teaser is what I'm going to call it. It's a little trailer. You hook it on your hook. It looks like a little sliver of a worm, but I reckon, from everybody that he gave some sample packs out a week or so ago, and I reckon them guys just come back and mobbed the place.
Yeah.
Said they just eat it up. So that'd be a good thing to check out over there if you're around Edgemore Outdoors, and to get that little old teaser there for you crappie fishermen. Herschel, what's the chances of us showing that film for the 31st there? A minute and a half, buddy. I was planning on 5 minutes, but you're good at it. All right. I'm going to tell you, folks, I was telling Bill, Monday morning, Wesley was out of school this past week, and we hooked up to the boat, and his mama fed him breakfast.
Yeah.
And she wasn't about to let him leave without eating, but she didn't care whether I eat or not. But anyway, she fixed Wesley breakfast, and then she asked me, said, "You want a sandwich too?" I said, "No, not really." "Well, I'll fix you one." So anyway, she fixed me a sandwich too, and a breakfast sandwich, and we ate, and we went down. What the purpose of going to the lake was, I've been wanting to put some new boards on my trailer for 6 or 8 months, and I got them back in October, November of last year. 31's what I want to show. All right, and then I got a reason for that. But anyway, we went down there Monday and got involved in it, and I had a truckload of tools with us, but the screws wasn't just right.
Right, yeah.
So that we took out the old board. So anyway, I said, "Okay, Wes, we'll put these 2 on, and we're going to go fishing, and then we'll come back tomorrow, and I'll get some new screws, and we'll do the other 2. So we done that. We went Tuesday morning. I went out to the hardware store, got some screws, and we went down and got him and hooked the boat back up, and we went on down and dumped it off and worked on the trailer. About 12:30 before we got to fishing. But we did have a pretty good little trip there, and we're going to show that on the film, and I hope you all get to see it. And Wesley called him a big bass.
Oh, that's great.
That's kind of why I wanted to show it. So anyway, go ahead, Herschel.
Hey folks, Wes and I are down here at the lake lot there at Lonesome Uncle, and we're putting some boards, recarpeted boards on the trailer. Those that's been on there getting a little worn. I wanted to replace them. We've got 2 of them on there, but we're so close to the water right here, and the boat's already in. So what we gonna do, Wes?
Go fishing.
Well,
Too tempting.
it's too tempting, and he said we're going to go fishing. So we're going to go out here and fish a little bit and see if we can catch some. We might finish this job this afternoon, maybe. Just depends on how good the fish are biting. So stay with us, and we'll hope to get some fishing film. Remember my sponsors, folks. Can't do it without them. And let's go fishing. Folks, old Wes got a pretty good fish on here. Hold on to him, Wes. Yeah, buddy. All right. Attaboy. All right. Hold on. Here, you take the camera. It's still recording. Yeah, buddy. Hold on just a second here. Oh, I have to have the needle nose on the engine.
Yep.
All right. How many does that make we caught, Wes?
That
7?
makes about 7, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, buddy. Still recording?
Yep, here.
All right. Yeah, buddy. I'll get you, catch him on the other side there. There you go.
Yep.
Got him now. All right. Good job, buddy. Fine job. All right, back in the water.
Back in the water.
Okay.
He's got our first fish of the day on here.
What in the world is that, Wes? Hey, gosh, what a strike. Huh. Man alive. That's nice. Yeah, buddy. Boy, if we catch a bunch of them there, you'd have fun. You know what? There you go, river right there.
Going crazy, too.
Yeah, where's the needle up there?
Right here.
That's nice.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
All right.
That dang Wesley's got one of them big old stripe on here. I knew there'd be some more around. Didn't you, Wes? Shoot, that ain't what I'm looking for. All right, folks, Wes got another one. Bring him on in here, Wes. Let's see what it is.
Don't know if it's a stripe or a bass. What do you think it is, Will? Get him on up here. Oh yeah, that's one of them big old stripers. Sure is. Oh yeah, man, that's a nice one. Hold on, I'm getting tangled up here. Folks, Wes got another one on here. What do you think now, Wes? Your boy. Every cast you're getting one. Yep. Well, I want you. Give me a chance to get one. All right, that's a good one.
We got 2 on and one simultaneous cast there. And Papa told me to get the camera, so he's holding the fish.
All right, let's get it back in the water.
All right, let's do it.
Dang, Wes, I know there'd be a bass or 2 in there with all them stripes. Wes, that's a good one.
Yep.
All right, buddy, good deal.
Papa's got one on here. I don't know what it is yet.
Oh,
that's another one in stripes.
Big stripe.
Yep.
Oh, he hit that thing like a ton of bricks. Don't you look how fast that rascal is.
Yeah.
Oh, Lordy.
Missed him and come back and got it.
He missed him, come back and got it. Or his buddy got it, whoa.
Yep.
Somebody got it.
Yeah. All right. Put him back in the water and let's catch some more.
That's no stripe right there.
Yeah, that's all that is right there. Big stripe.
Yeah. Oh.
No, that's a big bass. Yeah, that's a nice one right there. All right, let's get some more.
Folks, Wes got another big stripe here. Let's see him, Wes. Good boy. All right. Why my camera keeps cutting off?
We got another one on here.
Oh, Lord. Come here now, but oh, man, that's good.
Yeah.
Man, oh, that's a pound and a half, 2 pounders. But
Yep. All right, put it back in the water.
so Wes got a big bass. Oh yeah, man.
Oh my Lord! What a bass!
Yeah, buddy.
That right there's a bunch.
That's a dandy.
Yeah.
That's a dandy. Easy him on in here. Right on up here. Now quit jumping, old boy. Quit jumping. I got him. I got him.
What a bass!
All right. Well then, hold on just a second. All right, Wes. That's a nice one, bud.
Yeah, it is.
All right, buddy. Good job. Put him back in the water, bud. Yes, sir. Yeah, boy. All right. Get another. Yeah.
Well, we got something here.
You got something? Nothing. Look here, Wes.
2 of them.
Huh?
2 of them on
You
the
got
same.
that?
2 of them on that Tennessee rig.
Oh, Lord. You got that, Wes?
Yeah,
Huh? What do you think of that now?
I think that's a sight to see.
All right. I wish there'd been 5 pounders, though.
Yeah. Save them for tournaments, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yes, sir. Save them for tournaments. What about that?
That's something.
Yeah, what about
Right. Yes, he's got another bass on here. This is a little bit bigger than both them little 2.
that? Yeah. That's a good one there, Will. Sure is. All right.
All right, that's a good one. Put it back and that's another.
Hey, folks, Wes and I are down. All right, Herschel. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Bill, that was Wesley and I think some of that film was shot on Monday evening there after we got through working on the trailer. We were there in the creek. The water was muddy. In the muddy water, we got more bites than we did as we worked our way out of the creek. It was clearing up, and the muddy water we got more bites in the muddy water than we didn't get very many as we worked our way out of the creek because of the water clearing up.
Sometimes that muddy water, they move right up to where they can see out.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what was going on, Bill. They moved right in on the bank there, and we caught several little fish. Couple of decent fish, but they were in there real shallow, pitching the jig. Wesley was throwing a little shallow running crankbait at times and caught a few fish. Then Tuesday, after we finally got the last boards on the trailer and was kind of happy with what we'd done, we got out there on Tuesday and I don't care to tell you, we went up Big Emery and up towards Harriman there, and we didn't do much good. We caught a couple of small fish. The water was real clear, and we just couldn't get them to cooperate. So we came back down. I started to come home, and I whipped on up back down the river there a little ways and dropped in a little creek down there. And we got into those stripes down there, Bill, the old river stripe.
There's a lot of them down there, too.
And, buddy, they were nice ones. And we was catching them things every cast just about it. And, I mean, it wasn't but a few minutes till a bass turned up, and then another bass, and then another bass, and then more stripe, and then old Wes caught that big bass, and I caught them two at the same cast, and so we just kind of had a ball there for about an hour.
I guarantee you did. They've been running up there at Clinton, them stripes has. They've been running up through there.
Yeah.
And I see a lot of people down there just that's what they're fishing for.
Yes, sir. They do there on Blair Road. There below my house. When I was in high school, this time of year we was trying to have spring football practice, and all we could think about was getting down there to the creek. You know, standing on the bank or standing in the water and there at the rapids and catching them stripe. But they are fun to catch, and they don't eat too bad either.
No, they don't. They sure don't. There again, if you know how to clean them,
yeah,
they're as good as any.
There you go. But they are healthy right now. They're full of eggs, man. They're just about anywhere in that shallow water. We caught them on rattle traps, the Spro Little John crankbait. Caught some on the A-rig. Just, you know, about whatever you want to throw. And we're sitting in 4 to 5 foot of water.
Yeah.
Throwing in there in 2 foot of water, and you just, they just all over it. So,
yeah.
We had a ball, and then Wesley caught that big bass, and that was a good bass. That thing probably close to 5 pounds.
Yeah,
and
it had a big mouth on it.
Had a big mouth on it, and was full of eggs. And we was glad to get to throw that thing back, and I'm sure proud he caught it. So he was tickled to death for that. And he caught that on the Spro plug. So you know, but whenever them fish are feeding, and every now and then you'd see a minnow flip. The wind was blowing right into the creek on us, and had a little chop on the water, and you'd see a minnow flip every now and then, and you know, them fish is in there.
They was eating too.
They was eating too, exactly right. They definitely was, and when you get that kind of activity, that means there's bait there, and if there's bait there, them bass are going to
be there.
That's exactly right.
They got to eat though.
They got to eat too, so that's kind of what we had going on, for sure. Herschel, let me know when you get ready to show those pictures that Willie took down there at Ray Springs. And it's just no rush, just whenever you get ready. And we'll continue talking about what's going on, why it's on my mind. Let me make a couple of quick announcements here right quick. Willie Word went to down to Ray Springs last Saturday and took some pictures of the brush piles that were being put in. Okay. Heck, Herschel, I don't know what I'd do without you. And there Herschel's got them posted there, and of what they were doing. And as you can see, there's a lot of bank showing down there in that vicinity of the lake. So it wasn't that much showing there at Caney Creek because the bank itself's a little steeper. And so they're doing a good job on putting those brush piles in. I appreciate Willie sending us those pictures because I didn't get to make the trip down there. But he did, and man, I tell you what, he done a good job. So there's some of the people that were down there. And as far as I know, those 3 locations as of right now have been taken care of with the structure, and I think word I told y'all last week, I think their plan is sometime in June, possibly releasing those fingerlings, and they're hopefully we'll hear about that when the time comes to release them. And I told them down there to make sure they contacted me if all possible, and I'll stay in touch with them between now and then to make sure. I'd like to see them released, Bill.
Oh, I'm for anything that help the fish and the fishermen. I'm for it 100%. Hey, you know, in my lifetime, I've had the best of the fishing, and hey, I don't doubt that the fishing is not as good today as it was when I was growing up. But I still like to see them put them in there and get started.
I agree with you 100%. I'm going to give you a little, for instance, of what you're talking about. We all like, Tuesday afternoon, Wesley and I had a ball. For an hour and a half or so there, we just had a ball. Fished all day on Chickamauga Wednesday, and I never caught a fish.
I mean, dang.
Never caught a fish. My buddy caught one that weighed right at 9 pounds. The only bite, he caught 2 slicks besides that 9-pounder, and I never had a bite.
I mean, dang.
Yeah, so I was disappointed.
Yeah,
so,
that's right. Yeah.
That's what I was telling him. I said, as far as I'm concerned, what little experience I've had on Chickamauga, there's not the amount of fish in that reservoir that I think there should be. And I don't know why. But they do have, and the minute that fish broke water, I knew exactly what it was. You could tell it was a Florida strain. It had the shape of its body, the size of its head and its belly. It just didn't look like these old river bass that we've seen all of our life.
Right.
The color was different on them, and I could tell that it wasn't, that it was a Florida strain of bass, or at least it was different from what we were used to seeing.
Hey, I don't care what it is, Florida or northern or southern bass. As long as it pulls on my line, that's what I'm for, and that's what I'm wanting to do for everybody to have a good time.
Yeah, that's right. Fishing's not any good if you're not catching anything.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
And so, but I was disappointed. Like I said, I've always thought that the quantity of fish in Chickamauga wasn't as great, and I may be wrong. That's just my opinion. I don't think because we fished too many good places not to catch but 2 little old slicks and that one big fish.
Yeah.
And you're duplicating the same thing you do when you catch the first fish, and it doesn't seem to work. But I never caught a fish. I don't know that I even had a bite all day. But Rick did catch that, and it weighed 9 pounds, and we naturally got it in, released it. And I was prowling around looking for the dip net. Rick, where's the dip net? I didn't bring it. I said, oh, Lordy. I said, Lord of mercy. I said, let that fish play, let it run. I said, heck, Rick, that might be a state record. And but it was a nice fish, and we released it and got it off the hook and put it right back in. So maybe that's somebody tell me about Chickamauga. You ready? All right, go ahead, caller.
Yeah, this is TED.
Yes, sir.
I want to order a large pepperoni pizza with extra anchovies on it.
Okay, do you want that delivered, or you planning on picking it up?
Tell them to bring it to the garage door. I'll leave the light on for them.
Right. All right, we'll do that. Did you have to think about that for a while, or did you already have that figured out?
No, I knew where I was staying.
Lord have mercy.
I mean, I've been a little short on my medication.
Yeah, okay.
And I know Uncle Mike Richard tell you about that. I didn't tell you about what happened to him, did I?
You said something about it last week. But
well, his wife took him down to Food City when they went shopping in there. And do you know he had one of them pocket fishermen's in there in his back pocket and was down there trying to catch one of them lobsters out of the daggone lobster tank.
Okay, I hadn't heard that.
And they was going to throw him out and put him in jail, and she told him there that he hadn't been on his medication this week.
Okay, man, I tell you.
And I ain't even going to go about the cross-eyed cricket because, you know, it's sort of like Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And what happens in Las Vegas is about the same thing that happened down at cross-eyed cricket with him.
Mm-hmm. What happens there stays there.
Yeah, it's still down in the bottom of the water.
Okay. All right, man. Hey, I'm glad you called in. Have you got any good fishing tips for us? I mean, are you catching them? Are you fishing? Or
no, I sort of been hamstringed there. I hadn't been able to get out much. And, I know it's time. And it's like you said there, the guys catch them in shallow water. Well, hey, listen, these creeks, temperature in them isn't even the same as in the lakes. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, it's time. It's, you know, if them dogwoods is starting to bloom or the Japanese maples, you know.
Yeah.
It's time to get out there, especially if you're going to do it from the bank.
I agree, buddy. I agree with you 100%.
And I'm surprised you ain't heard from that black dill dance out there on the hostess. So I'm sure the stripe's up in there right now.
You would think they would be, and I'm surprised I hadn't heard from him in a while myself. Need to call and check on him, I guess, make sure he's still kicking.
Yeah, he, of course, I might have scared him off there when I told him to stay off my waters.
All right, man. I heard that. Hey, it's good to hear from you.
But anyway, you don't know anybody like to maybe have or buy into distributorship for cane pole death fighters, would you?
Not right now at the moment, but if you'll give me a while to think about it, about 4 or 5 years, I might come up with somebody.
Well, I sort of think about maybe, contacting Uncle Jim down there at Edgemore and see if he'd be interested.
Well, that's a good thought.
I'm sure he could use the business.
Yeah, that's a good thought. Really is. That's, you know, one thing about it, it's going to always work.
Yeah, it's unless you break it off, it's sort of like them daggone graphite rods.
Yeah.
And you know how them things easy are to break.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I sure do. Sure do.
But anyway, don't forget now, I'll have the light on for him down there at the garage there for that pizza. Okay,
buddy. We'll get it headed that way.
Thank you, dear.
Hey, stay up and wait on it now.
I'm waiting.
All right, thank you, buddy. See you, bud. You crazy thing. All right, hold on just a second. Let me get this call here. Hello, caller.
Hey.
Hey, Willie.
Steve?
Yes, sir.
And Bill?
Hey there, buddy.
How's Bill doing tonight?
Doing pretty good, old buddy.
Oh, good. Hey, you was talking about you'd like to see them put them Florida bass in. Chris said last Saturday down there that anybody that'd like to come down and watch them put them in is welcome to.
Okay, anybody that wants to watch the release is welcome to do that. Did he give you a date, Willie?
No, he said it'd be the last of May or sometime in June.
Okay, all right.
But he said he'd contact me and let me know.
Okay, good deal. Perfect. All right, man, that sounds good.
We had a good day last Saturday. A lot of workers come down. We fished a little old tournament on Sunday morning and took 14-4, 3 fish to win it.
Mm-hmm.
13 pounds come in second and 12 come in third, and we come in fourth with 10-6 for
Uh-huh.
fish.
Well, that's pretty good catching, Willie. Sounds, 4 people had fish there at the end of 13 pounds. That's pretty good.
It is.
Well, they was quite a few. Had all of them had good strings of bass.
Uh-huh. Shoot, that sounds
Yeah.
good.
They was hitting that rig.
Yeah.
I caught a huge crappie. I mean, a huge crappie on it. I should have took it in and weighed it in on that Alabama rig,
Well,
but I didn't. But last Sunday morning, the fish was really hitting.
boy, that's good. You on watch bar, I guess.
Yeah, out of
Okay.
Kenny Creek.
All right. Shoot,
They put a little old tournament on every Sunday morning, $15 entry fee. Doesn't break the bank.
uh-huh.
Get out there and enjoy yourself.
Okay. All right. Well, really appreciate you calling in, giving us the info. Folks, remember why I've got him on the phone. Remember the East Tennessee Sportsman Association. Get your application, get online here at the station, get you one printed off, send it to them, and be a member and participate, Bill.
That's right. I'm proud of Willie. I'm glad that he's took an interest in that there, and we just need to get the people to sign up and get with us.
I agree. Yeah, I agree 100%. So, folks, remember to do that. It could, mean the difference on down the line. Sure could.
All righty, catch you later.
Thank you, Willie. Got another caller.
All righty.
See you, bud. Hello, caller.
Hello,
Yes, sir.
this is Paul Goddard.
Hey, Paul, you devil, you. Good to hear from you, man.
We went down to Candy Creek Tuesday. We had the 13, and we went yesterday. We got 25.
Whoa, goodness gracious, Paul.
We were just trolling. It's in about 12, 15 feet of water.
Dang, man. That's great. Eli with you both days?
Yes.
Hey.
We made a picture today. I'm going to have him send you a picture of him today when he came back. Yesterday. I mean, we made them yesterday. And
Perfect.
he's home on Spring
Spring
Lake,
Break.
so we're going to try to catch some more this week if we can.
Is he going to be around this Saturday? Or no, it's next Saturday, the 11th. He'll be gone back, won't he?
He'll have to go back Monday.
Yeah, dadgummit. Papaw's going to miss his fishing, buddy. You know we got the crappie tournament, Reynolds Racing Marine, the 11th at Kingston City Park. And
It's a show every week.
yeah, Glenn, he doesn't want to work us to death like we did last year, so he's working on maybe getting some food brought in after the tournament, some finger food or what have you. And he said he didn't want to see us working as hard as we did last year. And I'll tell you right now, Paul, if it hadn't been for you, you was a lifesaver. So
So you're not going to fry any fish?
not as of no. He didn't want to do that this year. He's going to do something different, and he said we just had too much work involved in that. But he is going to have some finger food and give away some draw prizes there after the tournament. And the deal with the weigh-in, the heaviest bag wins the money, and $5 for the bigger crappie. I'm hoping you're planning on fishing, aren't you?
I may try to come over. I don't know if I'll fish or not. I have to wait and see.
Well, dang, sounds like to me you're on them pretty good. You might want to get in.
That's right.
But I'll try to be there for the weigh-in anyway.
Yeah, well, I'll be looking forward to you either way, seeing you, okay?
Okay, enjoy the show.
Hey, appreciate you, Paul. Thank you much. And tell Eli I said hello, will you?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, buddy. All right. It's good to hear from him, Bill's fine feller. Paul Goddard from down the Harriman Way.
Yeah.
Folks, remember the fishing tournament, the community crappie tournament, Kingston City Park, April the 11th, 8 o'clock to 1:30. And you can register that morning from 7 to 7:45, or you can sign up early at Reynolds Racing and Marine. Afterwards, presentation, the door prizes, etc. After the weigh-in, and the entry fee is $30 per boat, maximum 3 persons per boat. $5 of the entry fee goes to the big fish. and 2 rods per person in the boat in the water at one time, Bill. Let's see.
I'm glad to see this tournament, crappie tournament, coming back.
Yeah, I am too. 15 crappie per boat. So, that's all you're going to be able to weigh in. Now, if 3 of you in the boats, you could have 45 and be legal. But 15 is all they're going to allow you to weigh in. And that's a good way to kind of protect the species too, Bill. You know, at 15, hopefully you're throwing back what you don't want to weigh in, and catch and release. That's the thing. So 100% payback. Remember all that, folks. The community crappie tournament, April the 11th. Don't forget that for sure. All right. And you heard Paul Goddard's fishing report there. He caught 13, I think, on Saturday, and then went back Monday and had 25. He did say in Caney Creek, didn't he, Bill?
Yeah, I believe he did.
Yeah, man, I tell you what, that's good. They had some nice. Eli sent me a picture there. He had 2 nice crappie he was holding up. So if they're catching that size crappie, they'd be hard to beat in that tournament.
Exactly right.
Yeah, sure would, without a doubt. But it was good to hear from Paul and Eli both there on that deal. And let's see, on Saturday, and then they had 25 on Monday, I believe he said. Shoot, that's getting them. That is getting them. Let's see. Other tournaments going on, folks. The Volunteer Bass Trail with Phoenix Boats and James Knuckles, the Orange and White Division. They got a tournament on Norris April 18th, and you got one at Ladd Landing. The Heartland's going to be down there on the 4th. Yeah, they'll be at Ladd Landing on the 4th, and then on the 18th also, and several other places this coming week and weekend on Watts Bar. Also, you got the tournament going on, team trail tournament going on Loudon Tellico Saturday, the 4th. Be over there this weekend. And several other tournaments coming up here that we'll talk about. They're in the later date of the month, so we'll get with them next week. But I want to thank Bill for being my guest. And
always a pleasure to be here, son. I always, as the old saying goes, we go back a long way.
We go back a long ways, Bill. We sure do, man. And it's a pleasure to be with you anytime, anywhere. Always been a good friend of the family, and a fella that I really respect and admire a whole lot more than I show at times. But it's a pleasure to be with you anytime.
I appreciate that.
And one of the greatest fishermen in this area. Always, he's just been a dandy. And he and I have got some special baits we're going to try on the next trip.
I tried them out today, son. They do work.
They do work. All right. That's exactly what we wanted to find out. So anyway, remember, folks, Sunday's Easter Sunday. God bless you, and hope to see you next week.